Hi, this is Gary Kayye. We're here at ISE 2019. I'm here with Darcy Fike, who is the Director of Business Development or Channel Development for Polycom and Plantronics together. I guess Plantronics. Yep.
Yeah.
So, both logos are here. We'll talk about that in just a second. But you're in charge of Habitat Soundscaping, which is a really innovative product. Give me a 1-minute pitch on what it is.
All right. Habitat Soundscaping is an immersive solution for open office environments where we're combining sounds and sights and intelligence. The number one problem in open office areas, people get distracted. And they get distracted because they overhear others' conversations. So what we're trying to do is mitigate that speech distraction, that number one problem, but doing so in a natural way. So this is innovative because we're bringing about design principles, a concept called biophilic design. That's the use of natural elements in the open office that makes people actually healthier and happier. So if you're healthier, you're happier, you're less distracted, you're more productive.
So our channel puts in sound masking systems. So this is like sound masking on steroids in a way, right? Because it is a little bit of sound masking, but it's more you're taking sound masking and marrying with it these natural sounds, which encourage better work environment in general. Is that the idea?
If you think about it, water has a natural high and low, just like human speech does. So sound masking has been a one-tone sound. So there's actually medical journals going back to the 60s saying if people are exposed to a one-tone sound, it makes you tired, makes you stressed. Some people get headaches. So
you mean like the white noise or pink noise that are pumped into most offices?
Exactly. So natural sounds are something that we're most used to hearing. So it's more comfortable for people. It also does a better job of making speech less intelligible because it's matching better speech patterns.
So basically, if you'll notice, there's speakers in the ceiling here. So this is like a typical system where you'd have pendant speakers hanging from the ceiling. And in fact, what you have here are actual natural sounds matching the visuals on the screen. So as you're seeing the water on the screen, you're hearing this. So you're actually hearing the water sounds, and it goes beyond that. It's not just sticking speakers in the ceiling and then pumping water through. There's actually a very complicated process and a very great value add process for the integrators to put this in.
Huge value add. So one of the things that we can do, we actually, along with the speakers, we put sensors in every environment. And those sensors are specifically designed to pick up human speech. Not other sounds, but actually speech. So what we do is we measure, this is a view of the same environment. We measure where speech distraction is happening, and then we tell the other zones and speakers how to adjust. So we actually can create a curtain of sound around where the speech distraction is happening. But importantly than that, it actually gives some data analytics into how the environment is performing, which is huge. Enterprises, everybody wants to know how these environments are performing. So instead of doing this by sensing who's in the room, we can tell you actually how they're talking. Big deal.
And so then what happens is the system is smart enough to constantly readjust itself based on how the environment's being used.
Yeah.
And is this the magic box that does that? Is this the intellectual property that does that?
This is the magic box. This is our zone controller. So what we would have is multiple speakers and multiple sensors hooked up to every zone controller. Oh, it's pretty simple here, but we actually have all of the magic, if you will, built into this. But multiple zone controllers then go to a head-end system, and then we're able to have the cloud-based interface that not only gives you these adaptive heat mapping capabilities, but the ability to be able to manage multiple spaces, to change audio and visual themes, and to be able to adjust, even ramp up schedules and things like that.
And so basically this is a value add to the integrator, and this is a unique product because there's no one else that makes anything like this, and it gives you a differentiation rather than putting in speakers. These are the pendant speakers that you'd have, and of course you do have an in-ceiling speaker as well. If you'll grab that one for me, I would appreciate it. So this is hanging from the ceiling. This is the in-ceiling version.
They're very light. We actually are making these ourselves. So the headset company, turns out we know a lot about acoustics. So we've been able to manufacture all of this product ourselves, and definitely a unique proposition. The integrators we're working with right now have really enjoyed this. It's getting them a different way of positioning to their customers. We're talking to different kinds of people, workplace strategists, people who are responsible for corporate real estate, bit different decision maker, but a way to get in larger across the organization.
So how has the merger between Plantronics and Polycom gone at this point in time? Because there's been I mean, every merger goes through some troubling times, and so you have to be honest that not everything goes perfectly. But I noticed that you're continuing to include both brands in there, and I think that's obviously a strategy that's intentional.
We're definitely better together. These are two very big brands, and this product is one that really kind of crosses over and has some opportunity for both. What's interesting about the way that we work as an organization is that our Habitat Soundscaping product acts kind of like a startup within the now even bigger organization, which gives us the opportunity to really be nimble and agile and adjust the product and the pitch kind of accordingly to what we're seeing.
So if you're an integrator and you're interested in becoming a dealer for this, what would you do? Who do you contact?
That would be a contact me. So
what's your email address?
You can go to darcy.fike@plantronics.com.
All right, or check it out, plantronics.com. We're going to leave you with the waterfall. So I want you to show the waterfall, and you can see what it's like to be in an environment listening to it as well.